Welcome back to another HOF research session, and today we will be focusing on the Chiefs versus Jaguars Monday Night Football game. Gonna be a really exciting one, and coming off a very strong weekend where me, Brad, and Brian cashed some plays and had a positive ROI so far in week 5. So let's jump into research for this game. This week I've identified a few players with strong prop lines to bet on, and we're gonna dive into it. Starting off with Trevor Lawrence, one passing interception. And he's thrown an interception in 3 of 4 games this season. And this trend of him throwing picks actually dates back to last season. Against teams with above average defenses, like Kansas City are a really strong defense, we can actually see that Lawrence has thrown interceptions in 82% of these games. So when the pressure's on, he's been a pick machine. And if we scroll further down, we can see that this Kansas City defense gets quite a few interceptions. We can see in the last 2 games against Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson, they have recorded interceptions. So on prime time tonight against a strong defense, I think it's very likely Lawrence throws an interception. And after this next one, you guys are going to think I'm a Trevor Lawrence hater, but we have under 1.5 passing touchdowns hit in 3 of 4 games this season. And we see that this Kansas City defense allows very few passing touchdowns. And if we scroll down, we see the likes of Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, and Jalen Hurts all held under this line. So at minus 140, I'm really liking the value here. And I think, if they do get in the red zone with the form Etienne's in, I think they're going to give the ball to him. Now, speaking of Travis Etienne, I am loving him for 60 plus rush yards. He has hit in 3 of 4 games this season. And if we look at his usage share, he's averaging 16 carries per game, and he's not got much competition in the running back room, so we can expect plenty of more carries tonight. If we go down and see how other running backs are performing against the Chiefs do have a pretty strong rush defense, but we can see the highest or the rushing leader in each game, Hill, Scadaboo, and Barkley, have all cleared this line of 60 yards. And with the form Etienne's in, I'm loving this prop for him at minus 146. And if you're not feeling rush yards, another great option is anytime touchdown. We can see he's hitting 3 straight, offered at plus 125, so plus money. We see the Chiefs allow a decent amount of touchdowns to running backs, and that's replicated in recent games, right? Hill with 2 when they faced the Ravens, Scadaboo and Barkley all scoring touchdowns. And another great thing with the form that Etienne's in is also the touches he's getting. He's averaging 2.5 red zone carries this season. So with that number of carries, with the way the Chiefs defense is allowing touchdowns to running backs, I'm also liking this prop for Etienne. Our final player to look at for the Jaguars is Travis Hunter, and I'm looking at 20 plus receiving yards. So this could be a good, safe leg for a 2 or 3 man parlay. And this is in all 4 games this season. What I really like about this in particular is the number of targets Hunter is getting. 5.3 targets per game. To get 20 yards seems pretty reasonable. As well as if we scroll down here, we can see with his game log that the last 2 games, Hunter's had a reception. His longest reception has actually exceeded 20 yards. So, recently they've been looking to find him downfield, and they've done so successfully. So even if he gets only 3 or 4 targets, he may get one singular target that actually clears this line. So for me, that's why it's a great, safe 2 or 3 man parlay leg. Moving over to some Chiefs props now. And this is actually big news. Xavier Worthy will be playing tonight. We actually have all the up-to-date player injury news on HOF. So he is expected to play on Monday. And I'm liking him for 40 yards. Obviously, not much of a sample size to look at this season. He had 83 last week against Baltimore. But if we look back to last season, we can see he's hit in a string of consecutive games. When Rice is out, he's definitely Mahomes' favorite target. And we can actually see this if we apply the without filter. So on HOF, you can see when a player is injured, how that impacts another player's performance. And we can see without Rashee Rice, that's got to be like 8 to 10 games in a row right there. And this may be a bit of a hot take, but I'm liking Kareem Hunt for 25 plus rush yards. I know the Jaguars have a really strong rushing defense, but 25 yards is not that much. He's hitting 3 straight games. He's also leading the Chiefs in carries this season with 9, a decent load. And if we actually go back and see how are top running backs doing? I know Hunt maybe not in that class of elite running backs, but we see the likes of Chubb and Hubbard have both cleared this line. Chubb on a similar number of rush attempts. And again, because this rush total is so low and we're getting it at minus 144, I'm kind of liking the value here, guys. So those were 7 props that I liked for Monday Night Football, and now is the age-old question of how to play them. And really, guys, it's all up to you. If you want to run them as straights, go for it. If you like 2 or 3 and want to add them to your already created parlay, do it. If you want to build a 2 to 3 man of just those picks, go for them. If you want to build a lotto, do it, but make sure to really minimize your unit size. But the way I'm playing it is I've selected 3 to go with. I've gone with Trevor Lawrence under 1.5 passing touchdowns, Travis Etienne 60 plus rush yards, and then Worthy for 40 plus receiving yards. And this is being offered in that plus 300 range, which I think is great value. If you guys want to get access to these great research tools that we've been using these last few weeks, make sure to use the code in the description and the link HOFYT to get 50% off your first month. The HOF app offers the best data analytics tools for sports betting and is something that every serious bettor needs in their toolkit. All the best on your bets for Monday night, and I'll see you guys again for the Thursday night games. Peace.